Om. 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 Sahana vavatu. Sahano bhunaktu. Sahaviryankaravavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We meditate now. We make our mind calm now by Shuklam Bharadaram. Close our eyes and start this dhyanam. Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sheshivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. We have invoked the grace of the Lord. And we also invoke the grace of the Gurus. I prostrate to the entire Guru Parampara and also Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda and Puja Swami Brahmananda, who all molded my life. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We will chant Shri Ramchandra's name. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. We invoke Anjaneya Swamiji and I want you to close your eyes and start experiencing him. Manojavam Marutatunya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayutam Shri Ramadutam Shirasan Namami. We have brought him here. Wherever we sing the glory of Ram, Anjaneya would be there with his hand on his head and Ananda Bashpa coming. We will just see it and he will come here. Yatra yatra raghunatha kirtanam tatra tatra krutamastakanjalim Vashpavari paripurna lochanam Marutim namatarakshasantakam. We have the divine presence of Bhagavan Ramchandraji, Sri Anjaneyaji, and we will start. Few words about this scripture. We have Shruti, the Vedas, and Smriti. Smriti is composed by Rishis based on Shruti. Ramayana is one Smriti Grantha. The other Grantha, Smriti, is Mahabharata. These are the two, Ramayana and Mahabharata. It is also called Itihasa. That is very, very important for Hinduism. In Ramayana itself, there are about 300 versions. Includes Valmiki Ramayana, Kamba Ramayana, and Ramcharitmanas, where we see in the north mostly. These are three of the 300 versions. So you can imagine what is the best. And in Valmiki Ramayana, there we have the Adikavi Valmiki, that is known to be the base, and there are 24,000 verses in Valmiki Ramayana itself. And there are 7 parts called Kandas, for Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, Kishkinda Kanda, Sundara Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, and Uttara Kandas. They are the divisions. They exciting. But here, in all this entire Ramayana, there are a number of characters. Each character is great. Every character. It can be Lakshmana, Bharata, Sita Devi, Vibhishan, Mata Kausalya, Mata Kaikeyi. Every character is great. It has got special significance. But we are going to concentrate today because we don't have time to go through all. But little briefly, the two aspects that we concentrate, that two very, very briefly, is Sri Rama and Sri Anjaneya. And Sri Rama, like Anjaneya, is the most glorious personality in the entire scriptural literature. But it is not enough. Normally, I also some decades back, I chanted Sundar Kanda regularly and I was doing it. Chanting is necessary. You may chant. And not only chant, try to see the meaning. Try to see the superficial meaning, suggestive meaning. But you may chant, you may understand the story. But nowadays people watch TV series and get a lot of information, story about Ramayana. But chanting, knowing the meaning is not adequate. What we have to do, that is the purpose where we are meeting today, we must understand its vision. And what is its, we are going to concentrate on this aspect only. We have to know what is the message it is giving. And I may know the message. I may know what it is indicating. It is not adequate. Friends, this is where I am pleading you with folded hands. You are not only, you have already known, please understand the message that Ramayana is giving. But more importantly, having known, I suggest that you write down your implementation plan and implement it in your life. So I would very strongly suggest that you have a paper and pen and write down not the story, but what is it that you are going to implement, and regularly check whether you have implemented. Otherwise, this chanting will not be of adequate use. Number one, Sri Rama, it says, Sarveshu Ramante iti Rama. Oh, what a great one. This Sri Rama is in you, is in me, is in all those who believe and those who don't believe in this solar system. In the millions and trillions of solar system, there is that. That is Rama. What is that? That supreme Brahman which reveals in each one of us. Each one of us is Sri Ram. And this is, as I have said, it is supreme Brahman. But this supreme Brahman, like we have various janmas, in the 4th chapter of Gita, it is mentioned what is the difference between our janma and Bhagavan's avatar. That supreme Brahman took avatar as a human being. What for? The purpose is he shows by example. As a true leader, he demonstrates, not speaks, demonstrate what is the right way of living. So when we go through this talk today, you have to understand not only the story part, very, very little story we are going to talk, but go into the character and find out because that is why he came as a human being, because we are all human beings. We would like to know what is the right way of living, and that is what is going to happen. And another main purpose is to have, he ruled Ayodhya. No? How should we rule this, govern the organization, the institutions? How should we govern the state? How should we govern the country and the whole? And how are we to make our people, the organization, the institutions, the state, the country, and the world prosper, but carefully. We have to understand prosperity is important, but Rama has demonstrated this establishment of new governance of including your own organization where you are working, the institution where you are working, and how are you to make all the people in your company, in the state and the country prosper, but without compromising values. So please write down that You are going to spread this in your family, in the organization you are in the company you are in the society you are and in the state, in the world. And one more great advantage I would like you to know. He, Lord Sri Rama, both as prince and as a king, there are innumerable examples of how he demonstrated. He had very, very simple life, the high thinking. He went along with Vishwamitra ji, going there. He was on the banks of the river with simple straw as his bed. His life is extremely simple. Friends, make a resolution that it's important, because I am not, it's not important that what is there, but your implementation is that all of you are good, I know. Let your life be simple and let your thinking be high. Make a resolution that you will do that. And he always, wherever you go, you always see him with a bow and an arrow. Carefully, carefully. We are going to spend some few minutes. There is an indication that what should be our style of functioning in the family, in the society, in the organization, and in this world. There are 4 varieties of people. They are called, the lowest is called passive bad. I'm going from that order. Little superior is passive good. And little higher, some people call it as aggressive. I won't call it. I would suggest that you use the word assertive bad people. And then the assertive good people. The order of superiority. Passive good is the passive bad is the lowest. Passive good is little superior. I am using the word assertive bad is superior to passive good, says Sri Rama. But the ideal would be, he demonstrates, yes, you should be assertive good. Passive bad is bad. He is there because he is bad. All the companies are there, everything is there, he is bad. He has not used any of his faculty. Passive good also is one, he not out of choice or his intention. He can't be bad, he is bad. He can't be bad, so he is good. In other words, he has got no strength in his hand. He can't hit. It is passive goodness. He can't speak bad words. He can't do bad things. Not out of choice or using his discrimination. Because he is called passive good. But little superior to the passive bad good is aggressive bad. Why? You're wondering, what is Seshadri talking? This bad is better than good? Yes. Assertive bad is better than passive good, says Sri Ram. Assertive bad, because the passive good, Lord has sent him with all his tools, and if he is not using it, he is passive good, not that out of choice. But assertive, he is at least using his faculties and he is bad. That is why, carefully, my dear friends, a lot of people come and ask me, that man is so bad. He is not suffering as much. But I am a good man, but I am suffering. The reason is very simple. He is using his faculties, the strength, and he is bad. Assertive bad. That is why even in families also, assertive, carefully, you can watch your own life. What has been happened to you, especially those who are married, what has happened to you in your house? Passive good suffer more than assertive bad. It is better to be assertive bad. But the ideal would be that you shall be assertive good. Use your faculties. Choose. You have a choice to become bad, but out of choice, you are going to be a contributor, a good person in the family, good person in the society, good person in the place of working, and ultimately to the entire world. You are using your faculties and contributing to it. So friends, number one more resolution that you are going to make now and start implementing. That, write down yourself. I will be an assertive good person in both, in my family, in the profession I am in in the society, and ultimately also in the spiritual life. Lot of great spiritual leaders have been assertive good. Carefully. I know all of you who have seen various classes, you will know that assertive good is necessary. So be that assertive good is one message that Lord Sri Ram gives when he is using the bow and arrow always. If God said, no, I won't hit bow and arrow. No, it has to be assertive good implemented in your life. Number one, this Ramayana has got so many things. Number one, it shows what is the ethical leadership. How are you to be? When I say in, you must add personal, professional, social, and spiritual. In all aspects, Ramayana gives clear indications on how to be you to be a proper leader. Than all the leadership courses of the world, it is there. And nowhere you will find out, not in none of the management books, you will find this goal setting so clearly as in Ramayana. I see, I'm only giving you tips. Ultimately, you may have to go and find out, hey, where is this goal? I'll try to indicate some of them because I am not bluffing. And this is one which this is all required for us. You have to communicate. If you are not communicating effectively, you will have a horrible family atmosphere. You can't get anything done in your profession, society, nowhere. And even a spiritual master, if he doesn't have effective communication, he can't uplift people. Friends, in all friends, it is something like pregnancy and delivery. What is use of pregnancy if there is no delivery? And that, but of course, I agree. You can't deliver without becoming pregnant. Be pregnant with knowledge and deliver properly so that the other person who not only understands but acts in the way you want him to act. This is in Ramayana. There cannot, I see, you will find out how Rama has been communicating with people, all people around, including the way he communicated to Lord Parashuram. He was very violent. I am only giving you some tips, but I assure you there is a very much. And Anjaneya ji, there cannot be a better communication skill than Sri Anjaneya's, Hanuman's communication. What about relationship? Sri Rama has demonstrated how to have good relationship with people like Kaikeyi. Never, not even once he lost relationship with her. And how to have relationship with people like Mantara. Fantastic. You can't find out where Rama didn't show the proper human relation skill, or you don't find where Anjaneya did not show. So this is a skill that Ramayana imparts us. And all the biggest management techniques will not give you as much as the strategic planning that is given. Each steps, including the preparation for war, execution, everything, a perfect planning and execution. And most important lesson that we get in Ramayana is how should be our attitude. Attitude makes a lot in your life. If a person is successful in life, goes higher in the career, 90% of it is because of the attitude. If you don't have proper attitude, Ramayana says, hey, you can't succeed in any front. So this is another lesson that we get. And all this that I have mentioned are something more, which is given by the best management institutes of the world. They are here. But here, one thing is, here we are also getting one extra advantage we are getting in this Ramayana is most of the Western management techniques can give you tips, train you on how to succeed. But here, it gives us success in our personal life, professional, social, and equally is spiritual life. Because if you understand and practice Ramayana, you are not only going to be successful, but you will realize that you are happy. I am saying you become happy. No, I am not telling it. You are already a happy person. You will realize you are a happy person. So I think if you have to go through, you will find out this is the best management book of this world, which gives you all tips. Number one, I'll give you a few cases only. Challenges come to all of us. The question is, how are we going to face any challenge? Little bit of us, there it was the time of Pattabhishek of Sri Rama. Dasharatha decides that he is going to have Pattabhisheka for Sri Ramchandra. Whole Ayodhya was singing, dancing, jumping in joy. Sri Rama remained cool. Tomorrow, my incarnation. No. He remained as cool as ever. Next day morning, all those preparations were going on, and there he gets an order from Mother Kaikeyi. Hey, Pattabhisheka, not for you, but for a Bharat. And for you, 14 years of Vanavas forest. You hear me, friends? See the two extremities, challenges. Pattabhisheka, highest, Ayodhya, Rama, Pattabhisheka, so good. Then the other extreme is forest, not with all the attenders. Simple, he has to go with the Narubhatta. And that is not for a day's trip and coming back, or a month's outing, or year spending. 14 years of his prime life in the forest. Imagine. At that condition, at that situation, where was Sri Rama, without even a split second thinking, he said, Amma, yes, I shall go. Look at that. This is the Rama. He did not get elated when his Pattabhishek. He didn't get depressed. Both the extremities he took were very equanimity. And this is how we face challenges. And challenges come. When challenges come, some of it take it as crisis. For some it is a problem. For some it is only a situation. And the message that we get here is that we must be like this. Face challenges. It is not a crisis, not a problem, but a situation. Challenges being same, the way we look at it, we will see it as a crisis or a problem or a situation. I have here in this Bangalore only, I had the opportunity, the divine opportunity to Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda's grace and Puja Swami Brahmanji's blessings. I was asked to conduct the National Youth Convention in Bangalore, residential program, all India program in Ragiguda. We had 500 delegates, youth of 18 to 28. We had places for the girls to stay and boys to stay. It is a residential program, and I think we had prepared for more than 6 months. I had about 50 volunteers to help me out. I was called the camp manager. Each day we had a plenary sessions. This happened between the 25th and the 30th of October 1991. I had written to various people on the plenary sessions. On the 27th, I had fixed S.R. Malya, the general manager of the Corporation Bank. He was also the principal of the staff training college. I wrote to him. Then I called him. He said, Seshadri, your letter has come. I'll come. 27th of October 1991. S.R. Malya has got 3 daughters. One daughter was here nearby. I went to her. She told me very well, Dad will come from Mangalore. She was from Mangalore. Previous day he will come. He will come in time. So on that day, the session started. S.R. Malya came in time, 10 minutes before. He conducted such a powerful session. At the age of 54, he was more enthusiastic and energetic than the youth who were in the age of 18 to 28. He was so dynamic. I still can't forget that session that he did. But at the end, he said, Seshadri, I have to go sing. I told him, Malya Sahab, please have food with our youngsters. He said, no, there is a situation in my house. I asked him, what is it, Malya Sahab? He said, yesterday, my son-in-law was going to his industry in his car. He met with an accident. He died on the spot. My wife also has come from Mangalore. We have consoled our daughter. There was just 1.5 years back, they had got married. Consoled her. Now he said, the body is under postmortem. I'll go and collect the body. I was astonished. When we told the youngsters at the end of the session that this was, they couldn't believe. He is not a man in saffron, a professional, a bank official with a family. That capacity he had. For later on, that what happened, he collected the body. But his way of, I am not talking of Ramayana there. Here, a person in flesh and blood, like you and me, that challenge was not a crisis, was not a problem, was only a situation. I am also fond of telling a genuine case. I am in JP Nagar, second phase. One person called Krishnamurti, he had come to our house. He was looking very, very depressed and pale and all. He was almost in tears. I asked him, Krishnamurti, why are you so pale? What happened? He is weeping. Then tell me, Krishnamurti, let's see if we can help you. No. She said, there is crisis in my family. What? Crisis? What is that crisis? Since last 3 days. What happened? Since last 3 days, my wife is not smiling. Wife's not smiling for that Krishnamurti is a crisis. But for Sri Ramachandra, for Ramachandra Malya, SR Malya, it is not a crisis, not a problem, but a situation. Friends, all the people who have been attending our classes, they don't use the word crisis or problem at all. I know I can quote from my own classmates innumerable number of cases. Time is short, but each one class I have seen enormous people facing challenges, not as crisis, not as a problem. Don't even use the word problem. Don't say crisis. The situation is facing challenges. And number one, we should not ask the Lord any favors. Normally, we take him to be an agent. We tell him, if I get the job, I will give you 1 month salary. Take this in advance. Okay. Or if my daughter gets married, I will. Or if I get, is he a placement consultant? Is he a marriage bureau? No. In fact, it was way back in the year 1980. I stopped trading with the Lord. Since then, no asking. Lord, whatever I have caused to myself will happen. Don't ask. Don't ask. No, let this come. Let me get money. Let not problems come. Let problems go to others. Chaturvida bhajanti mam jana sukrutino arjuna artho arthati jignaso jnani cha bharatarshava. Don't ask him this and that. Don't ask him for any favor. Tell him, yes, what has to happen will happen, but I, with your grace, Lord, give me that strength to face any challenges as a situation. I won't ask you. I know what I get is what I deserve, not what I desire. Lord, make me a deserving person, not a desiring person. Hopefully, majority of the people of our class started practicing it. Please continue. The others get inspired and practice it. Sri Rama did not preach acharati. He was demonstrating by example. No, people will say, do that. And he will be telling his son, come on, don't smoke. Don't drink. You can't, that command will have no value. A leader, and I want all of you to be a leader in your house, in the company you are in. And suppose, let us say in the company you are the more corrupt and you tell people don't take corruption. That doesn't work, my dear friends. And don't become angry, you are telling, and you are telling it out of anger. No, no, no. Sri Rama, entire life, he led it by example. The way I want you to go through the Ramayana, and I want you to understand the way he had relationship, he dealt with his wife, and the way he dealt with others. He was an ideal son to his parents, Darshan and Kausala, and even to Kaikeyi, and to his brothers, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugya. The way he ruled, hey, today this country needs such kingdom, my dear friend. We require Rama Rajya. Our system, we are still a developing country. We have to be top on the developed country. There is no, in fact, Mother Earth has been so kind to our great country. We have got lots of resources. Everything is in plenty. And this can become only when we convert this great country into Rama Rajya. Find out the way that Sri Rama administered his kingdom. How a state, how a country, how the world has to be ruled to get that. So at least deal with your family the way Rama dealt, at least that. With your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with your brothers and sisters, and with the other people in the family, the place where you are working. Please be an ideal. Please write down, I shall follow Sri Ramachandra. Sri Ramachandra, though he was a great avatar Purusha, Parabrahman, he is called Shuddha Brahma Paratpara Rama. He was an ideal person. He is that Supreme Brahman. But we can't see that Supreme Brahman, Nirvikara, Nirguna. But for us, for the sake of all of us, he came in a human avatar. He is an avatar Purusha. But there is, as I told you, there is a difference between our Janmas and his avatars. He had Maya under his control, Maya Dhisha. We take births as Maya Adi. We are Maya Dasas. But he is an avatar Purusha, that Supreme Brahman. And that came as an avatar to demonstrate all us, because we as human beings. But even though he was that Supreme Brahman, because his dharma was Kshatriya dharma, that dharma he followed. And an ideal life, how are we to lead an ideal life, is given by him. So we will follow him like that. Now question is, when and why he took as an avatar? There are two aspects I have mentioned. Number one, the timing is avatar and the purpose of his avatar. That Supreme Brahman, nameless, formless, Nirguna Nirakara Supreme Brahman, took as Sri Rama avatar. Timing, when? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati. Abhyuttan adharmasya. When adharma is on the increase, when the value system, don't get scared with dharma and all. When the value systems are declining and rise of adharma, then we come. This is the timing of a Rama avatar. And this is the timing. What is the purpose? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskrutam dharma samsthapanartharya sambhavami yuge yuge. Yeah, don't bother. I am a good person. Why so many people are troubling me? If you are really good, you don't need to go to anybody. The Lord will take care. Have faith in him. If you are a genuine, real good person, not that you are showing to be good, okay, be showing to be good. But if you are really good, let not anybody take care, but he will come and take care of you. And he destroys. That is the purpose. Two things I have said. The timing of avatar and the purpose of the avatar. And number one, very, very important, friends. The purpose is, there are four Purusharthas: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Vedanta, our scriptures, does not say you don't acquire wealth, you don't acquire power, position, status. No, it doesn't say. No, no, no. You need not avoid. You can acquire wealth, acquire all the things, and satisfy all your desires. Carefully, carefully. Sheshadri told you can do. No, no. Should be dharmic. And don't loot, plunder by unethical, immoral, vulgar means. If you get power, position, that is not dharmic. And then kamas, satisfy the desires which are not adharmic. So this is the purpose. And we have to make an undertaking that we will also, carefully, I am asking you to write a resolution. I have no objections. You acquire qualifications, you acquire power, position, status, build a house, take a car, and do all the things of this world, acquire them. But it should not be adharmic. And both artha and kama to be dharmic. This is what he showed, and write a resolution that you will do it. And number one, ensure all-round progress. Don't say, my dear husband or wife, my chubby children. No, no, no. Your growth should not be only to your wife and children. Rama says it should be all-round progress. And but carefully, I again once more, don't sacrifice values without sacrificing values. And okay, you do all that, then ultimately you get money, power, position, status, all that. But majority of the people who get this money, power, position, stinkingly rich with money, very high powers, the national leadership, the world leadership, but most of them are not happy. I use the word majority of the people in this wealthy people, quite majority with some exceptions, they suffer wealth. They can't sleep. They can't be happy. But Rama shows that not only dharmic, artha and kama, it should be, you must have moksha. Moksha, don't get afraid. Ramayana will tell me to ask my moksha. Moksha means some people think it is only death. No. This moksha is possible only when you are in this body. Realize, who are you? I am not the upadhis. I am the Atman. I am Satchit Ananda. You don't need to become happy, my dear friends. Ramayana tells you, you are a symbol of eternal supreme bliss. Akhanda, Ananda, Ananda. Unnecessarily we are making ourselves. Is it not? Don't you all want happiness, my dear friends? I don't mind you getting money, power, position, status, but have it. But all that without bliss, what use is this? Ramayana practices will certainly make you get that supreme bliss. Now, here is where that all the instructions that all the leaders, I think in this group, there are lots of people. I am not able to see them. There are lots of people who are leaders, controlling various organizations, holding various powers, and please continue to be a genuine leader and help your organization grow. Don't say, I only will grow. Let the nation grow. Let the world grow. Make a resolution that you will be a contributor. Contribute for the overall growth. Then only we have done justice to Ramayana. One more character we can't avoid. Most glorifying. In fact, there are more temples to Hanuman than to Sri Ram. Do you know that? There can be a Rama temple without Hanuman, but there is a without Hanuman there is no Ram temple. But there are exclusive Hanuman temples only. There are more temples to Hanuman. That's a character, and lots of qualities. As we go through, we will understand. Number one, he had that unwavering devotion to that supreme. Be devoted. Be devoted to all. Be devoted to your family. Be devoted to the company. Then loyal. loyalty, unquestionable loyalty. I think this is where we need for companies and the national growth, my dear friends. And he was both physically and mentally strong. Both are necessary for, and there cannot be a better dedicated messenger, ambassador. He had that special technique, much more better than the world's best ambassadors to various countries. You said no, he is an example. How to be a true ambassador. And the way he communicated to Sita Mata, the way he comforted Lakshmana, the way he comforted Sri Ram, what a wonder. There are lots of lessons, each kanda, and yet he was very, very humble. Now we have little and we think, I know, not that. He was such a humble. And he was the one who was protecting everyone. And all that, he was non-averse. This is all Rama's grace. So find out, this will be, that is why in these 7 kandas, Sundara Kanda is known to be very, very famous, very, very important. There, Anjaneya is called Sundara, the most beautiful person. Hey, he's looking like, see the beauty inside, man. Don't look at the external beauty. The internal beauty. Ashtavakra is known to be one person with 8 vakras, almost one of the most ugliest characters to look at. But he was the most attractive personality. The moment Ashtavakra comes, people used to rush. Similarly, Bhagavan Hanuman had that quality. He was attracting people. And such a simple man, he says, no, it's all Allah's. It's his grace. Now what we do do small things and somebody has done that, we'll take, I have done it. I helped this person. I helped that person. I gave him job. I made him live. We are little bit small things only we say. But friends, make a resolution today. This is the last day that you are going to say, yes, make a resolution that I did it. I helped. If you are doing it, you are doing Papa. Having heard of Hanuman? Simply, even if people give credit, say, it is all His grace. That is one thing. And one more episode we will come to. Very, very important management technique. Now, Rama, Lakshmana had lost their, Sita had abducted. Those days also that kidnapping was there. Don't say today, in this world, kidnapping. Ravan had kidnapped Bhagavan's wife only. It happened. And then they are going and searching. There when they come to the Kishkinda, they befriend Anjaneya. And he takes him to Sugriva. There, Sugriva's case, you see, his brother had arrested his Sugriva's wife. Brother's wife. And both of them are problem. Then in the forest, they sign one MOU. Sri Ramachandra and Sugriva. MOU is Memorandum of Understanding. I will kill Vali, make you king, said Sri Ram. And Sugriva says, okay, I will help to search Sita and get you back. Oh, agreement was signed. Vali was killed. Sugriva reunited with his wife, and then he was ruling, and he had forgotten, and then Lakshmana had to remind him, hey, you are enjoying. Then he sends his army to go and search. Different teams were sent. One team came to south. Angad and Jambavan and Hanuman, they came. And they get some information, maybe through the, now I understand China is developing that mosquito missile, small mosquito drone, small, the size of this. They got from information that Ravan has kidnapped and she is in Lanka. Now the task before this is somebody has to go and get her from there. Somebody has to go. Who has to go? All the monkeys say, I can only jump here. I can jump this much. I can jump, including Anjaneya also. Anjaneya says, I can only. Then comes Jambavan. You are seeing him here. He says, hey, Anjaneya, your strength, your potential, your capabilities. Yes, second time, third time he tells Jambavan. Then Anjaneya, he grows. Then, zik. Then comes back. Hey, it looks ridiculous. Did Jambavan give Anjaneya the strength? No. That strength, that potential, that capability was dormant in Anjaneya. It was there. There is also said in that portion of Sundarkanda. He had a curse, Hanuman. Till somebody comes and tells you about your strength, you will not know. Now that Jambavan says, Anjaneya, your strength, your potential, your capability, he grew means not physically. He became aware of his potential, of his capabilities. High potential. This is the case of Jambavan and Hanuman. Jambavan did not give Anjaneya the capabilities. It was dormant. He only, in fact, my master from Carnegie used to tell me, each one of us have got two capabilities. Carefully, my dear friends. The real capability which is high, the imaginary capability which is low. Are you understanding? Each one of us have got the real capability which is high, the imaginary capability low. You don't need to add to your capabilities, my dear friends. Our capabilities are very, 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 very high. I always tell my people, each one of us should understand our potential. One more resolution you have to write. You have to write a resolution. Take this, me to be a Jambavan right now. I am telling you, yes, you have potential, your capability, your strength. Become aware. I am not giving you strength, that potential, that capability which is dormant, I am making you realize like that. And each one of you, my dear friends, is a potential history maker. But all of us are reading history. Mahatma Gandhi in 1940. And Elon Musk did this. And Narayana Murthy did this. And bada bada, bada bada. We are reading history. Convert yourself from a history reader to a history maker. Your potential, your capability. And we have to get this. Number one, all of us have potential. We have to maybe assume that today your Shaba emotion, your Shaba gone. Now, from today, the 30th of June 2025, right now onward, from this 7:20 onwards, you are a different person. And that extra capability came. You are now aware. Assume me to be a Jambavan. You are Hanuman. Potentials, capabilities you have. Rise up. And please teach. Do this to as many people. Carefully, I am giving it. Not only you have to become aware, carefully, friends. A true leader is one who makes people understand the other's capability. When you are in your house, friends, in the next 2 weeks, start identifying one in your own family. Make him or her become aware of the. I'm giving this responsibility to all of you. Next 1 week, you work on one of the family members. All right? And then those who are working in the office, in fact, you are paid for this. You are paid to identify strengths, potential, capabilities of your. There can be people with weaknesses. Help them to convert that weakness into strengths. Make them become aware that please do it in your working area. And also anywhere in the society. It may not be in your work area of working. It may not be in your family. Try to go somewhere to a slum. or a low resource setting, a small remote village, and try to uplift at least one, make one person identify like a Hanuman. Are you getting it? You are now writing a resolution. What? Number one, you yourself will, that's important. You yourself will start realizing your high. Don't say, I am already doing. No, that is inadequate, insufficient. You are capable of much more than what you think you are capable. What you know is you are thinking of the Lord. And your responsibility I am giving you is identify, make at least one person, at least it can be more, in your family, in the place of working, and in the society, make them. This is the lesson that Jambavan and Hanuman give. Don't leave it like that. All right, no, what you said is very nice. No, write down here. Who is that you are going to identify in your family? Who is that you are going to make uplift in your profession? Who is that? Not a family member, not a person working in your company, but some person unconnected somewhere in a slum or low resorting. Take a month, go around. Don't say, no, I have no time for my own wife or husband, chubby children. If you are not doing, don't say this your family should not be your boundary of love. It should be center of the love. Spread it. Spend some time to identify one person, make one person great. Let not that person know that you are doing it. Please do it, my dear friends. At least identify 3 Hanumans. All right. And that is why I am fond of this sketch, the steps. I won't do it. I can't do it. Then make them understand, yes, I want to do it. How will I do it? Explain. Each aspect, R aspects. I will try to do it. When you try, you'll get into the step, I can do it. From I can't, you first come. I can do it. This is the problem, my dear friends, in this great country. Our problem is our country is fully equipped with knowledgeable and capable people. But I won't do it. The entire Bangalore can be made pothole free and this and blah, blah, blah. I can do it. I won't do it. Are you getting it? This is an attitudinal problem. Number one, I can't do, I can, like Jambuan. And then I will do it. That is the step I want you to make people do. And finally, they must say, yes, I did it. So please have this chart and make people who are I won't and I can't to I can, I will. That is creation of Anjaneyas. Okay. Now, we'll come to one more aspect of life. Number one, when he was trying to reach the goal, the obstacles came. Some of these are the beautiful PPTs, the colors and these things prepared by our class Sadhika, Sevak, and also Sadhika called Mukta Srinivas. She has put in a lot of hard work, loving work. ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Lord Hanuman, when he is trying to go there to Lanka, one obstacle will come, mountain. And it's called Mainaka. And it came on the way. And when the way came, he said, Mainaka said, come on, take risk and go. Carefully. Normally, most of us, when somebody says, come on, take rest and go, however important thing is, when there is an attraction of something, then it's okay, keep quiet. No. Somebody says, you're going to a study group class. On the way, somebody says, hey, come on, let us come to house. Let us go to this particular place or the place of eating. And you get diverted. Careful. This is a message that Hanuman gives. Mountain is telling him, take a rest. You're going so far, your journey, like an exclusive airport lounge. You're tempted to sit. But he said, no. Because he said, hey, if I stop here, then there is a distraction. And in fact, in our life, carefully, my dear friends, when you are going in the path of materialistic progress or the spiritual progress also, You are going to a class where you are going to learn Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad. Somebody says, why all this? You can do it later. After all, you are still only 70. You go another 10 more years. Go on. Why? At the time of death, you go to... No, it can't happen. At that time, Kaphavata Pitte Kantavarodhanam Smaranam Kutasye. That obstacle attraction came. But he had the guts. No. He just touched the Mainaka and went away. That is why Puja Gurudev is saying, don't relax from work. What a great. Relax in work. Are you getting it? Don't, today I have done hard work and then 3 hours I have worked and 9 hours I will relax. No. Relaxation not from work. This is the message of Ramayana. Relaxation not from work. Relax in work. Nobody gets tired. Nobody so far, nobody has become sick. Nobody has died because of hard work. And nothing, and some people, what to do, I have to do this, doing it. Within 5 minutes, you get tired. This tiredness comes to you not from the work, because of your attitude to the work. Such a long job, he said. Please understand, write down. Every moment of your work in all areas. The moment I say, you assume all that: personal, professional, social, religious, spiritual. All of them, when you are doing it, be relaxed. Excellent efficiency will come. So that is the Mainaka Parvata. He simply touched the Mainaka and then he said, I can't take rest. If I rest, I will rest. Says Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. Don't rest. Be physically exerting, physically be working, but mentally be relaxed. The second source of obstruction for Anjaneya came was Surasa, a demoness, the mother of snakes, and she was very, very strong. And she said, hey, whoever comes, I will eat. She opened her mouth. Man, no. Whoever comes here, they have to come into my mouth. Then Anjaneya became big. She opened more. Still he became big. Anjaneya had the capacity of becoming very, very big and very, very small. Understand? There is a technique. You must know how to become big and how to be small. Carefully. There is a terrific message, my dear friends. And she opened her mouth. She became. And big mouth opened. You are seeing in the picture, big mouth. And suddenly he becomes like a drone that the Chinese had developed. She goes to the mouth, comes out. See the skill, the thinking, intellect, sharp intellect you must have. Are you understanding? Not only physically strong, mentally alert, intellectually brilliant is the message that we get from Surasa's case. One more case, Simbhika, is one that she was a demoness. She could catch people, whoever went there, by the shadow. There they are going top. I know there are nowadays radars are there, no, like that. From here, that shadow, she used to catch. And she had that much power. Ding, 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 he was coming. And here he says, hey, he was aware, he suddenly became small, went into her body, slayed her from within. Are you getting it, my dear friends? We have seen the obstacles. Obstacles will come. Obstacles will come. But all of you, you have set your goal. I'll become. This is your personal, professional, social, spiritual. I'm putting all this, including your spiritual goal, that I have to attain moksha, attain material progress. All right? All this. You have set your goal within a time frame. And then having set the time frame, obstacles will come. But remember Anjaneya Bhagavan and so this. That is why I'm very fond of saying, when a river is flowing, sometimes it is very, very smooth. Some small pebbles come, she gurgles. Bigger problems comes, she jumps over. A huge mountain-like problem will come like it happened to Anjaneya. She goes around and reaches the goal. So talk to yourself. Goal setting, we have handled in this particular forum. It is on the YouTube that our meditation study circle has put it on the YouTube. How to set your goal. And after setting the goal, proper goal, personal, professional, social, religious, and spiritual. Attain that. Get it. And obstacles will come. Let it come. Don't get scared. Even if it is like a mountain, it can be, mountain can be in your own family. You are working, your own boss can be a huge obstacle. Or anybody have the guts to say, hey, I don't go back. The river doesn't say, I will go back. The mountain has come. She goes around. Like that, you practice and achieve your goal. And this is what I have said. These people are very, very few. Many do not act. I think obstacle will come. This is negative attitude people. I don't think I can go to, say, Sri Lanka. And some people go, obstacle comes, come back. But Anjaneya belong. Whatever obstacle come, I will overcome and reach the goal. Make a resolution, my dear friends. You also set a goal. Proper goal. Achieve the goal by overcoming obstacles. My dear friends, I am requesting you, help those whom you love in your family, in your company, in the society, outside, both in religious and spiritual areas. Make people set the goal, including the ultimate goal of moksha. Make them realize. And lot of example of given by Hanumanji that you must have self-control and self-discipline. They are like the two banks of the river. Without two banks, the catastrophe. The river doesn't reach its ultimate goal and it will cause harm. Like the two banks, Anjaneya demonstrates carefully that you must have self-control. You must have self-discipline so that you don't trouble others and you reach your goal and make others reach the goal. Great resolution, my dear friends. Right now, I will have self-control, self-discipline like Anjaneya ji. And now, he was a true ambassador, a minister, outside minister. And that I already told you, when you are representing your family, your company in an international meeting, or you are a representative from India, let us say in the United States, how are you to represent that country? It's great. There are lots and lots of ambassadors. How to be an ideal ambassador, how to be a representative of your company are there in Ramayana. I only want you to see that and overcome that. And on searching, he had the terrific observation when he was searching for Gita, and he had that power of recognizing. And please, may you please develop that power of absorption and recognize what are the lessons that you have to keen observer. And the way he communicated to Sita Mata. Oh, great. He was there on that one. He goes there. And he always suspects everybody because everybody thinks he's a Rakshas. He also was. The way in Sundar Kanda, I am telling you, the way he begins his conversation. Before that, he said, he goes on to narrating the story of Rama. Ding, 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 ding. That made me. He came in a small forum and then he meets her. The way he talks to her, I'm only giving you some insight. You have to go through that Sundarkand. And then finally, the way he assures her also is important. And communication is one lesson that you can get from Ramayana. And then afterwards he enjoys. And then I'll tell you one thing more. Then there was this difficulty. He was dragged on the road. He didn't obstruct. Okay, because I'll get an opportunity to know what is happening in the enemy camp. and he converted. In fact, they humiliated him after he did a lot of problem with the Ashoka and the forest and went on killing Rakshasas. And he was arrested, and he could have avoided, but he said, okay. And then he was taken in the streets of Lanka. That humiliation he converted into an opportunity. He had that skill, and he didn't show that. Friends, what does that? Convert all difficulties and humiliation into opportunity. Are you getting this message? And they said the tale. And that itself he used to burn Lanka. Are you getting it? And he went on, burned the entire Lanka. Right. And then this Sanjeevani, one more very important assignment. He was to bring Sanjeevani. And, in the war, this is the best ever problem solving technique of the entire management world. I want you to observe closely. In the war, Lakshman fainted. Everybody was burned up. Even Rama also felt very, very bad. They somehow wanted to immediately, desperately bring him to life. And then you have to bring a doctor. Who has to bring? See, Anjaneya, he himself. He lifts that entire house in which Dr. Seshadri was present, brings along with the house, Dagar. See the power is gone. And then doctor examines him and gives a prescription. What? That medicine to be brought, Sanjeevani. From where? India Parvat. Far away. Then question is, who can go? Very short time. Who can go? He must go very fast. Again, you see Jambavan. He's, hey, Anjaneya, hey, you can do it, man. He says, and now Anjaneya goes. His mission is to get Sanjeevani from Vindhya Parvat. He goes there to the Himalayas. There he goes. When he gets in, hey, he's a huge. There was no official dispenser, no? Nowadays, you go to online, you can order and get. Or you go to medical shop, you show the prescription, he gives you. But there was no official dispenser there in India Parvat to give him the Sanjeevani. Then what to do? It was a problem. Then, carefully, please listen to me carefully. This is the world's best management technique of problem solving. He meditated on Sri Ram. Carefully, meditated on Sri Ram. His mind became calm. When the mind is calm, solutions will come. Carefully. Understand this. Write down somewhere, some of you. When the mind is calm, then he gets. Because he meditated on Ram. Then, what is the solution? He said, I come out of the mountain. He went back. That mountain became small. Are you getting it? First, he came out of the mountain, made his mind calm, came out of the mountain. Mountain then went away, further away. Mountain became small. Then, he put his hand into the mountain, and after coming back, he lifted his size. He grew. See, are you getting it? First he was inside the mountain. First he meditated and Ram. Then he came out of the mountain. Okay. Then he went further, back. Then he increased his size. See, the mountain was small. Daga, he held it. See, he brought it. That was very, very easy now. That mountain became very, very small. And then all of them are present. Seated Lakshman is brought to life. Are you understanding, my dear friends? This is the Hanuman way, Hanuman technique of problem solving. I know all of you have problems. First, identify the problem. Your problem in your house. As long as you have a family, you have a problem. Your spouse is a problem. Husband, wife, children, relatives are the problem. You have financial problems. And you have the problem of your health. And the raid on your property. All those problems. Health, wealth, all those, career, relationship, all these problems are there. Write down what is your problem. And then apply this technique. Number one, Hanuman thought of Sri Ram. Now you have got a problem. I would suggest today you put this into practice. Take a sheet of paper and write down. I know you have got number of problems. At least 2 or 3 problems you write. This is my problem. A personal problem, professional problem, social problem, health problem, relationship problem, so many, career problem, so many problems. Write down. And then Hanuman thought of Rama. Means you become calm first. Okay? And then come out of the problem. Because when you are inside the problem, you will not get a solution. Because neighbors are there. Your neighbor and has got a lot of, he is always under tension, worry. And you go to him, you hear his problem. Oh, this is all? No problem. For you, no problem. But when you get into the problem, that man has to come. You will get terrific, very good solutions for others' problem. Are you understanding it? That means come out of the problem as though it is somebody else's problem. Then go away from the problem. Careful. I must be very, very careful. When you say go away the problem, if it is in the office, Seshadri told, go away from the problem, I will come out from the factory. No, that you can somehow do it. But what to do? You are unnecessarily married to your wife or husband. How can you go out? Not possible. It doesn't mean physically go away. Seshadri told, my department problem, my company problem. Go, no. Mentally detach yourself from the problem is called going far away from the problem. Then further go away. Mentally distance yourself. And then Hanuman grew in size. Means what? Mentally grow. Not physical growth. When you get mentally growth, problem becomes so small, you can solve the problem. You will get solutions. But after getting the solution, carefully, you may get the solution. Adopt it. Adopt it to your... then the problem is solved. Friends, the way to identify a problem, I think engineers know, Ishikawa diagram or fishbone diagram is there. You have to write down the problem and write down the bone and then write down what are the basic 4 types of program. Further split them till you go to an uncaused stage. And then from then you start working on it. So please, tonight only, you start applying this. Write down your problem statement. I know all of you have problem. But today you are going to say, hey, goodbye. I have heard Hanuman technique of Ramayana and how to solve the problem. And the biggest problem after some time will be no problem, like me. No problem. Nothing is a problem. As long as you find a problem is a problem, till you find solution and use. I am using the words too. A problem remains a problem till you find a solution and use that solution. You may know a solution, but if you don't use it, it won't solve. So use the solution. So today, it can be anything. Write down, at least take one sample. This is my problem. Find out what are the causes of the problem. And then analyze it coolly. And if you are think of Sri Ram, you are like an Anjaneya. And try to mentally distance yourself. Like the way you find exceedingly high solution for neighbor's problem because you are outside the problem. Are you getting it? You come out of your own problem mentally. Don't run away from your wife or husband. Don't run away from your children are the basic problem. I'll go. No. Be there. Mentally distance yourself and find a solution and use it. It is like this. Just watch this. As you are going farther and farther and farther and farther and farther, that black makes you. When you go closer, 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 it becomes big. This is how your problem is. I'll show it again. So, how to manage? Ultimately, we have seen Ramayana, 24,000 verses of Valmiki Ramayana itself. But chant, nothing wrong. But understand, okay. Understanding is not, our Mahamantra is knowing is not doing, doing is doing. Try to get the practical. Mechanical, ritualistic chanting might help you. Some vibrations will help you. Okay. But that is not enough. Ramayana is not to be mechanically, ritualistically chanted. Read, understand. And what is the suggestion it is giving to your life and take and use it. You set high goals, acquire requisite knowledge, develop techniques, have the right attitude. In spiritual life, learn to practice karma, bhakti, jnana, yogas. All your karmas, let it become karma yoga with an attitudinal change. Same karmas. Either it can bind you or release you. If you do without ego and without egocentric desires, that karma becomes karma yoga. Bhakti is there. But bhakti has to become bhakti yoga with an attitudinal change. Don't ask him, Lord, give me this, give me that, give me. No. One. And jnana. When you convert all your karma, bhakti and jnanas into yogas, you will have what is called as chitta shuddhi, chitta vishalata, chitta ekagrata. And then after that purification, you become fit. And in the deep seat of meditation, you will realize that you are akhanda, ananda, ananda. You are a jivan mukta. You will realize, I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. If I am not the body, if I am not the mind, if I am not the intellect, who am I? Ask yourself right now. What is mine? My body. My mind is good and bad. My intellect is this and that. Hey, my body, my mind, my intellect, like my projector, my mobile. When I say my mobile, I am not the mobile. I am different. My pen, my book, I am not that. If I am not my body, my mind, my intellect, start thinking now, contemplate. And because you are now already attained chitta shuddhi, karma bhakti jnana has made your mind become fit. Now you are realizing in the seat of meditation, I am not the body, I am not the mind. Who am I? I am the Atma. And that Supreme Brahman getting reflected in the macro is called the Paramatma. The reflecting medias are different. Now I realize there is no difference between the Jivatma and the Paramatma. I am the Atman. I am Atma Brahma. That Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. And then you will realize Aham Brahmasmi. And this stage is called Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti, this can't happen when you die. He attained Mukti after death, impossible. You have to, when you are a Jivan Mukta, when you leave the body, you will have Videha Mukti. Right now, realize it is possible only now. It is right now possible. I am the Atman. This is the ultimate purpose. And you will realize you don't need to become Mukta. You are Nitya Shuddha Mukta Bhukta. You are a bundle of Ananda. Now start feeling. I am not this. Upadi. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. I am Brahman. Paramatma. I am that. I am Satchidananda. Aham Brahmasmi. This is the stage you will realize. This is the ultimate message of Ramayana. Harihi Om.